Why am I inside a train?
I don't remember leaving the hospital.
I mean, I can't even leave.
And this light?
The train stopped. The door is opening.
I'm going there. Mr. Naoki, are you sure you don't want the treatment?
I am. Please don't ask me to change my mind.
I've had enough.
All right.
I hope you get better soon, Naoki-san.
I love your books. I'll be waiting for you.
I miss your books. I understand your perspective, Naoki-san. No, Ak-san, don't worry about these haters. They're no good.
After all, I'm not alone.
Where am I?
Oh dear, I didn't mean to scare you.
Yeah, it's okay. So what is this place?
Well, you could say that this is heaven.
So you mean my ticket is already ready?
Yes. Don't be sad, dear. I have good news. You will reincarnate in another world.
Already? Can't I rest a little?
Unfortunately, that's not how it works. Humans are sent to the world as soon as they faint. I will send you to a fantasy world.
And what is this world of magic like?
It's not much different from what you've read, dear. There you can remake your memories from the age of 17. Good luck.
Where am I? So that wasn't just a dream? My God, where have they sent me? Okay, I'll try to find a city or village.
An hour later. Oh, I've been walking for an hour, but I couldn't find anything. Actually, I think I've been walking in circles.
Hello, Naoki-san. Don't be scared. I'm just the system here to help you on your journey.
Was it that goddess who sent you?
That's right. She sent me to guide you. First of all, you can call me anytime. Just say system. All right. Great. Second thing, I have a map, so if you need it, just let me know.
Oh, and I've been lost for an hour. Third thing, I need to show you what your powers are.
I have powers? Yes, you do.
Let me show you. You have 4 powers.
Number 1, a self-defense is literal to the name.
If someone attacks you, a reverse spell will be cast where the force that was applied will be redirected to the attacker.
An inventory. An infinite inventory and slot where you can put anything inside except living things. Inventory activated. We also have the store. A store where you can buy everything you want from your original world, except things that will make you communicate with the world from there. Books, furniture, etc. And lastly, you can evaluate anything, whether it's a person's status or a plant. You can also determine if something is dangerous or poisonous.
Be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful.
And I really liked it. They are very interesting powers, especially this one from the store.
I'm glad you liked it.
Can I buy anything I want except a cell phone?
If you have money, then yes.
Of course you need money. It was too good to be true.
But look, the goddess left a year's worth of money in your account, so you don't have to worry about money in this first year.
Thank you, goddess. My work here is finished, Naoki-san. There's a city nearby. The map can help you.
Thank you for the help, System Nim.
Alone again?
Well, the system said there was a city nearby.
Map? A month later.
I finally arrived after a month. I couldn't walk anymore.
But what's happening over there?
Hello, system.
Hello, Naoki-san. I just came here to tell you one thing. Look up and try to catch... This is an identification card. You, under no circumstances, will be able to get through without it.
I understand. Thanks.
You're welcome. Bye.
So even here you need an ID. Good thing I didn't rush to go. I dread to think what they'd do if I failed to show my ID card.
Please let it work, let it work, let it work.
Clean, go ahead.
Finally, the capital.
Ah! It's so amazing! I'm really inside a fantasy world.
Honey, I don't think this is fashionable for Sitito. He's too young for that style.
It seems like my clothes are too modern for this era. I need to change.
A few minutes later.
I think this way I blend in, don't I? And now? The most urgent thing right now is money. A year passes quickly. I must find a solution.
I think the best solution right now is to sell my books.
All right, it's decided. I'm going to sell books, and I'm going to check out the bookstores in the area to see which book is best to sell. Yeah, and that's how I went through some streets to check out the bookstores, but there were no bookstores, even though I looked everywhere.
Why can't I find any bookstores here?
I've been walking for many hours. Friend, I would like to ask you something.
What would you like to ask me, sir?
I've been walking a long time and can't find a bookstore. Do you know why?
Sir, by any chance, are you not from here?
How do you know that? It's because the peasants can't read, so there usually aren't any bookstores around here.
The streets and homes of nobles are the only places with bookstores. I thought you were a traveler, as that's common here.
I understand.
Thank you for explaining to me. No problem.
So there's no bookstore here, and it makes sense that peasants wouldn't know how to read at this time. So how am I going to sell my books?
It was obvious he wouldn't get money easily, so what were his options?
I have an idea. But it's not going to be easy.
A week later.
That's what I'm saying. These nobles think they're better than everyone. We're just powerless peasants. It's best to stay silent. What's happening over there? Books? Would he sell books on peasant streets? Hey, young man, what books are these?
These are books for learning to read and write.
And how much is a book like this? They only cost $9.99. How can this book be so cheap? It must be a scam.
Sir, this is not a scam.
The prices are low because these books are for peasants.
They aren't fit for nobles. This is just the first book. The second will cost more.
Because I will charge per lesson.
What? Lesson?
It's a class to better understand the book's content. It will be 2 hours per lesson.
Why are you doing this? What will you gain from teaching peasants to read? He's right. What are you going to get in return for doing all this work?
Money. You'll see, after I teach you all to read, I'm going to be a millionaire.
That one is crazy. The peasants then chose to give Naoki an opportunity. First, because they had nothing to lose and the book was cheap anyway. Secondly, they pitied Naoki for going crazy at a young age.
I managed to sell everything. Now I have to prepare for class. I can't falter. Any little mistake, this will go down in history.
Later that day,
Is this place good for you, young man?
Yes, thank you for lending me your backyard, sir.
I'm only lending it because I'm curious to see what you're going to do. Don't make any mess.
You can count on me, sir. Hello, everyone. I see many people are participating. At least it's more than I expected. Let's begin by turning to the first page of the book.
so the class started and everything was going well. Until a certain student caught Naoki's attention a lot. He was quiet and kept to himself. So Naoki thought he might be having difficulties. But the student was very good at reading and writing, and that was strange. Naoki questioned whether the student really needed lessons. However, he just put that aside and continued. It's better to be ignorant than to suffer the consequences, isn't it?
Congratulations to everyone. You all did perfectly well. I can confidently say that you can explore the book without my help. And to end the class with a flourish, I want to assign some homework, which is literally a task to do at home. I want everyone here to spread the knowledge they have gained. Without exception, spread it to everyone and make everyone able to read.
Thank you for attending the class.
You are dismissed. Why are they standing still?
Thank you. It was a pleasure teaching you all.
It's very strange. He says he teaches reading and writing for a very low price.
That's what I'm trying to say. This is obviously a scam.
So we have to see the prince's testimony.
That's true. We can't judge the book without reading it.
I have to admit that I also thought like you at the beginning. So much so that I was even thinking about arresting the seller. However, I was surprised. This new teaching method is very interesting, but I can't say for sure that the seller isn't cunning. But from what I've seen, there's no ill intention behind all of this. Senior Naoki was really teaching the peasants how to read and write. I hope you can take a look at my report and draw your own conclusions. And if everyone approves, I want to apply this method to teach all the children. You are dismissed.
A week later, Naoki's books were very successful, not only because they promised to give, but they worked. Most of the peasants already knew the basics of reading and writing, plus everyone had access to the book and helped others as well. Everyone has the book. I'm glad people are helping each other.
Hello, Mr. Naoki.
Be careful not to fall.
Okay.
Should I sell my books now?
Wait, now I'm thinking?
This book is too complicated. I only taught the basics.
So how are the peasants going to be able to read this? I have an idea.
Naoki's plan was quite simple. He would rewrite the book in a way that the peasants could understand. He then spent several days revising the book from his past life. He simplified the sentences, adding the meaning of each new word at the book's end. Who would have guessed? The book achieved fame within a week.
A month later.
Since his book was a big hit among the peasants, Naoki won't have to worry about money for a good while. Naoki was sleeping in a hotel for now because he didn't know where to buy land. Besides, he learned to collect herbs, which he can use as seasoning and sell them. And he does well, since he has the power of evaluation and knows which ones are poisonous and which ones are not.
I think these are good.
Are you okay?
I've already found her. We're going to have a lot of fun with her. You didn't think you were going to escape, did you, Princess? Who are you? Stop looking at me like that if you don't want to end up with your...
Are you scared? You son of a...
Let's leave before he attacks again.
Are you feeling better?
Yes, thanks to you. Thank you for helping me.
You're welcome. Be careful when entering the forest. You can easily get lost.
Okay.
Princess?
Princess?
We were looking for you, Princess.
Huh? Wait, Princess? It can't be.
Stand up.
Your Majesty was worried about you.
I understand. I will return to the palace at once. Prepare the carriage.
Immediately, Princess.
I'm sorry you had to find out this way. What is your name?
It's Naoki.
It was a pleasure, Mr. Naoki. Again, thank you for helping me. I will definitely come back to thank you better.
Don't worry about it, Princess. I just did the bare minimum.
I'll return regardless. Thanks.
The next day...
Hello, Senior Naoki.
Hello, Christina. I came to sell some herbs that I collected again.
Great. Let me see. They seem great to me. What do you think of 50 silver coins and 2 of copper?
All right, it can stay for that price.
I will also need the medication list. Here, I'll pass it to you.
Come back in 3 days and it'll all be ready.
Okay, thank you very much. I think I've done everything I needed to do. Huh? What's all this commotion? Hey, what's going on?
The princess is over there.
The princess? The one with blonde hair and blue eyes?
Yes.
Oh, what do I do? She must be here because of what happened yesterday. She must be waiting for me. I have to go.
What did he go to do there in front? He must have gone to see the princess up close.
Mr. Naoki.
Hello, Mr. Naoki. I said I would come back.
I noticed.
Anyway, I came back because I need to thank you.
You don't need to thank me. I just did the bare minimum.
Yeah, but my father and my brother want to meet you. I could have died that day or even worse. That's why for you it may have been the bare minimum, but for me, you're my savior.
I can't say no to her.
Okay.
Great, then let's go to the palace.
I had already forgotten that she is a princess. Wait, does this mean I'm going to meet the king? Help!
And that's how Naoki and the princess set off for the palace, and after an hour by carriage they arrived.
So you're Naoki, aren't you?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Please rise, Mr. Naoki.
No problem, Your Highness. I just did the minimum.
The minimum? You saved the only princess of this kingdom. I insist at least accept a reward.
I need to accept, otherwise the king might interpret it as an insistence, as an insult. Majesty, the only thing I would like was a place to live. I left a small village to live in the capital, but I don't know how the territories work around here. I would like a place to settle down. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy. I just need a place to call home.
This young man is humble. He could ask for a mansion or rivers of money, right? I will leave my youngest son Curtis in charge of this. My brother Curtis is very good at this.
Okay.
Are you nervous?
Nervous is an understatement. I thought I was gonna stop.
By the way, Mr. Naoki, you will have to stay here at the palace until your house is ready, and I wanted to invite you to participate in the royal ball.
Royal ball?
Yes. The royal ball will be here in a week, and its purpose is to look for potential partners for the princes and princesses.
Is it okay for me to participate?
I would really like you to participate.
Nothing much happened the week before the dance.
I mean...
Except for the simple fact that Naoki became friends with the king.
What can I say? The two have similar hobbies and mindsets, since Naoki left when he was the same age as the king.
The king was nicer than Naoki expected. He and the queen also became good friends, as the king was very kind.
At the time of the ball?
How about this one, princess?
No, this one is too informal. Perfect. Let's go, Mr. Naoki. Go on, try it.
Okay.
That outfit looks amazing on you, Mr. Naoki.
There's nothing to do here, and people are looking at me weird. Is it because I'm ugly?
I hate parties.
Attention, the royal family has arrived! And I present to you the King and Queen of Ruin Sebastian and Cecilia.
The second Prince Curtis Ruin, the first Princess Isadora Rowan.
And finally, the Crown Prince Alexander Rowan.
Wow, everyone in the royal family is very beautiful.
The prince is looking over here.
I'm going to pretend I didn't even see. What am I going to do?
Mr. Noki?
Hi.
Are you having fun?
Yes, I'm having a great time.
Why don't you come have some wine with me?
Okay. And so the two began to talk until nightfall.
The night before.
So you traveled all the way here to sell your books? That's amazing.
I find it even more amazing that you managed to conquer an entire country at 15 years old.
But there are times when I wish to live in peace.
Yeah, life isn't always as you want it to be.
What kind of life did he live to have that look? I want to know.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry, but it seems the wine made me succumb to my desires.
That doesn't look much like a face of regret.
I'm attracted to you, Mr. Naoki. From the first time I saw you, my eyes follow you. Sometimes I don't even realize it, so I can say that I have no regrets.
Are you confessing?
Maybe. But I won't force you to do what you don't want to. So if you're not enjoying it, just push me away.
And who said I don't want to? Your transparency really attracts me.
Should I be thankful for being born this way?
Maybe?
After that, you already know.
Anyway, back to the present.
I'm sorry. I didn't want it to happen this way. Mr. Naoki? I will take responsibility.
There's no need for that. It was something consensual, mutual, and we both don't need to make a fuss. We should just forget about it. It's not like I'm just gonna get pregnant.
That's not possible.
What do you mean by that?
First, because I don't want to forget what happened. And second, it's that the royal family's virginity must be preserved until marriage. It's an important thing. And third, you can indeed get pregnant, Mr. Naoki.
Huh? What?
Didn't you know?
Of course not. I'm a man.
How do you not know? That's been common sense for 400 years now. Mr. Naoki, babies are gifts from God. Everyone can have it, no matter if they are male or female.
So you're saying it could have happened?
In this situation, you couldn't get pregnant. You would need to visit the temple first.
And why didn't you say so sooner?
What I said about taking responsibility is serious.
News spreads very fast. Alexander, the crown prince, had slept with Naoki, a peasant from a small village. Naoki was nervous. Now he was at risk of losing the friendship of Princess Isadora, and also that of the king, however.
Contrary to his expectations, their reaction was one of happiness rather than anger and disappointment. The marriage was quickly approved, leaving Naoki dumbfounded. Despite being glad he wasn't judged by Alexander's family, he was still apprehensive about the marriage. I mean, it's a marriage, and not just any marriage, it's a royal marriage. Only the nobles can stop the marriage now. Ironically, they are Naoki's sole hope for approval.
Sincerely, Your Majesty. I don't have any problem with that. In fact, I fully approve. If His Highness made such a mistake, then he has to take responsibility.
Not only does he need to take responsibility, but Mr. Naoki is perfect to be Alexandra's partner. He is the genius who invented a completely effective and new way.
In addition, Mr. Naoki has 3 skills, something that only the royal family has been able to achieve. Not only that, but he also saved Princess Isadora.
Alright, then it's decided. If no one objects, Naoki and Alexander will get engaged.
Oh, I'm screwed.
It was decided that Naoki would become Alexander's new prince. Now he definitely had no other alternative. Not that it's such a bad thing, it's just a lot of responsibility.
Gosh, am I going to be a queen now, the second king? Whatever.
I will have practically the same power as the king.
Mr. Naoki, you... Why are you so against marriage? Don't you like me? Or...
No! That's not it.
So what is it?
You know, it's nothing against you. You match perfectly with me. How embarrassing. It's just that, like, this is too much. Everything is going too fast, you understand? It's like, marriage is a serious thing, especially if you're a crown prince.
I understand, Naoki. This must be a lot to digest in a short time. Don't worry, I'll stand by you. Now we are partners. Besides, there will be many concerns before we actually talk about marriage. And I will help you get settled in here.
Okay.
1 month later, throughout the entire month, Naoki began receiving lessons on how to act as the crown prince's partner. and his responsibilities? In addition, he and Alexander had more chances to get to know each other, which resulted in a closer bond.
It started with him helping me in classes.
Okay, but if that happens, what do I do?
It depends on each case, but looking at this specific case, you do this here.
And then we started talking more about ourselves.
Tired?
I can't feel my legs anymore. I sat for too long. This reminds me of when I used to go to school.
Do you want to eat? Maybe this will ease your pain.
You are a genius.
How cute. So, what do you want to eat? I will ask a servant to bring it.
Do they have empanadas?
Do you like empanadas?
Yes.
Me too.
And it got to the point where we exchanged physical contact more frequently. Returning to the present, Naoki's situation had stabilized. He had made a name for himself this month, previously known as the Anonymous Writer.
It feels so good to finally be free.
So, are you enjoying your time off?
Of course, thanks to you, I finally got a few hours off.
Really?
Any doubts, just call me. You know I do everything for you, right?
I'm so jealous.
I wish I had a love like theirs.
It appears they were perfect for one another.
True, and speaking of a perfect match, honestly, I used to think that your highness was too perfect for this world, and that there was no one who could measure up to you. But now looking at Mr. Naoki, I have to confess, he is your highness's perfect match.
I agree.
You must be joking. No one is more suitable to be his partner than me. You'll see.
What do I do now? I feel like if I don't do anything on my vacation, I'll be wasting it. Maybe I can do something with Alex? Like a picnic. Great idea. I'll ask the maids to help me and...
Who is she?
Her gaze scares me.
Don't judge people based on how they look.
Maybe she just needs help? Are you okay, miss?
Miss?
You don't deserve it. You don't deserve to be the prince's partner, you peasant. I should be in your place. Let me go. Give me back my place. You don't deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it.
Are you okay, Naoki? Did she do something to you?
Who is she? Is she your ex-lover?
No, I don't know her.
Then why did she say I stole her place?
It turns out she was one of my potential suitors. I'm sorry you had to hear those things. You deserve to be here. And I want you to be by my side. I love you.
I love you too.
So, since you've had suitors, have you ever had a fiancé?
No. Even though they were potential suitors, we didn't have any relationship. And I had decided that I would stay with the people I liked.
Didn't your parents complain about this?
They complained, didn't they? We used to fight a lot because of this.
I see.
I'm really sorry. I should have taken care of this earlier.
It's okay. I just had one question. Why was she so upset, considering you two never had any relationship?
Well, there were a lot of girls obsessed with the idea of being queen, you know?
And they were also obsessed with being my partners because I had more than 3 powers and such. They wanted to give birth to a child who had more than 3 powers and gain power. And that's also one of the reasons I rejected them and decided to marry only someone who loves me.
I see. I'm sorry I had to go through this.
It's okay. Now I have you.
The next day.
Where are you taking me, huh?
You'll see.
What's happening?
What's up, Naoki? You can sit there.
Okay.
I had an idea.
Idea about what?
It's an idea to make everyone respect you as my partner.
And what is it?
A ball formalizing our engagement.
Not again, no!
That's why we called you here to discuss this.
Did the king already know?
Stay close to me during the ball.
Why?
I don't want that to happen again.
A week later, the ball was already prepared. And as Alexander had planned, the ball was a slap in the face to his enemies. Naoki and Alexander were undeniably perfect for each other. At the end of the ball, Naoki gained complete support, even from those who were initially hesitant. They faced challenges, but ultimately everything turned out well. And they got married.
Are you happy now?
Huh? Yes.
Oh, let me go, girl.
Give me back my bear and I'll let go.
I won't.
Oh no, not this guy.
Daddy, daddy.
That's not fair.
What's happening here?
He doesn't want to give back my teddy bear, Daddy.
Eric, give back your sister's bear.
Have you settled the fight?
Yes, don't worry. And